Hello everyone, this is Stephen Primo, President and Founder of Specialist Trading, and in this short video I'd like to talk to you about a brand new masterclass that we'll be presenting in the upcoming future. Now, we created this series roughly about a decade ago. With each masterclass we talk about one specific category of trading the markets. In past masterclasses we've talked about entries, in other classes we've talked about stop placement, and in this we're going to take it up a notch and talk about something that really isn't spoken about that much, and that's actually how to trade a bear market. In this new series we'll be discussing a lot of different things, but most especially we will be covering and emphasizing how to identify a bear market before the crowd does. I mean, think about it. Most of the time we're focusing on markets that are going in our direction, which is usually up, right? That's where most traders like to trade, when the market is in a nice steady uptrend. For example, looking at this chart right here, everyone is a genius when the market is going your way, right? Things are going smoothly, and at this point you think trading is really simple because all you have to do is simply buy and it'll go higher. But what happens when things obviously change out of the blue, as they did in February and March of 2020? This is when the pandemic hit. That's where nothing seems to work anymore, and the market goes into a very strong downtrend. Now the spiders, this is the S&P 500 ETF, the spiders fell 120 points in just 1 month. Now a lot of you may say, well, I don't trade the spiders, Steve. What does that mean in terms of the Dow? Well, that's comparable to the Dow falling 10,000 points in just a month. That's a tremendous drop, and many traders lost everything that they had made in the last months or years when the market was going higher, just in 1 month. It's at this point where a lot of traders say to themselves, wow, I just gave away everything that took me so long to accumulate. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, because they have no experience in what it means or what it takes to trade a downward strong bear market. So what if you knew in advance that a down market was just about to begin? Wouldn't that be a tremendous edge to have in your favor? Well, this is what we're going to be focusing on in the new Masterclass series. We're going to break it up into two sections. The first section will deal explicitly with identifying a bear market in advance. For example, let's look at the chart once again in the spiders. I will be sharing with you techniques and tips that I haven't taught or spoken with in any class before on how to identify when a market is just about to change. For example, right here, a downward market would have been identified with one of our more advanced techniques. If you're more a conservative trader and like to have more of a confirmation, well, then you would have waited for this more conservative confirmation before the market fell out of bed. Here's another example as we look at the spiders once again, but this is a weekly chart, and we're looking at a nice steady uptrend. Okay, the definition of an uptrend is higher highs and higher lows, so this is a textbook example. And right here we see that we had major support, so for all intents and purposes we had a nice strong market. Well, right here I'll be teaching you that a downward market setup was generated right here, and you could have avoided this strong downward 2-year trend. Now, if you don't know what this was 2000, the dot-com crash, when many stocks were over $100 went down to less than $1. Now in section 2, we'll take it up a notch and talk about how to trade while you're in a bear market. Because sometimes it's not just enough to bypass the market and stand to the sidelines. Many times traders would like to actually trade and take advantage of the opportunities that a bear market can give them. As we look at once again that chart of the spiders where it fell during the pandemic, we would have been able to take advantage of sell signals right here, here, and here, which I'll be teaching how to identify in the course. Here's an example of the QQQs. That's the ETF that represents the NASDAQ. Looks like a nice upward trendy market, but right here, based off this weekly bar, a sell signal was generated, and you could have potentially made hundreds of points to the downside. Now, bear markets happen in all shapes and forms and sizes. It just doesn't have to be in indices like the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. You can have bear markets in other markets, individual sectors, even in different time frames. So we'll cover that as well. Here is an hourly chart of the QQQs going straight up, but at this point we identified a downward market, and then right here we identified a sell signal where you could have taken advantage of this bear market on a 1-hour time frame. Currency pair traders can use the same techniques and methods. A downward market was identified right here before a 400 pip loss in just about 3 weeks. and even crypto traders can identify downward markets using the same tools and take advantage of sell signals where potentially you could have captured 9,000 points to the downside. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, well, what makes you so qualified to teach about bear markets? Well, I've been trading now for 45 years. I started my career on the floor of the Pacific Stock Exchange, and if you look at this picture right here, this is an actual picture of the floor where I worked and traded for roughly 16 years. And somewhere down there, I'm actually on the floor. Now, I was on the floor during one of the most infamous periods of all my years trading. That was during the crash of '87. Let me share with you what that chart looked like. Once again, the market was in a nice, steady uptrend, and things were going rather well and rather easy to make money. But at this point, through what I had been taught and what I had learned, the market was signaling that it wanted to go lower. So I was able to take advantage of this and sidestep many of the losses that most of my other trader friends had accumulated during the crash of 1987. I've traded through many bear markets, not just the one of '87, but also the dot-com crash in 2000. I was also trading during the financial crisis of 2008, and once again, teaching and trading during the mini crash of the pandemic that just happened just in a couple of years ago. So I have somewhat a little bit more experience than most traders trading through crashes. So this is our early warning trade system, okay? How to trade a bear market course. And remember, this is part of our Masterclass. It's a two-part live course that we only present every couple of years. Remember, the Masterclass is not something that's happening every couple of months. It's every couple of years. So this is going to be a great course that focuses on this two-part live interaction with yours truly. Now, everything that you'll be seeing and taught in the class will be displayed on our platform, the PTS Primo Charting platform. Now, as an extra bonus for signing up early, we will throw in an extra 12 months, 1 full year free of our platform so that you can use it and be able to identify these crash setups should they occur. Will you be ready when the market turns around, when a bear market starts to happen once more? Become a member of the 2-day bear market course. Remember, bear markets come out of the blue. They're usually something that most traders are never prepared for. Here's your chance to be prepared and to take advantage, either to sidestep them altogether or to trade them and take advantage of the many setups we'll be teaching you. Here's how to become a student of mine. Contact Pro Trader Strategies. They're my sister site. You can email them at trading@protraderstrategies.com. I would suggest giving them a call at area code 310-598-6677. They can give you more information about the course, tell you when it's going to be taking place, give you different options for payment. And that link you see at the bottom will take you to the sign-up page if you'd like to sign up online or get more information. As we take a look at our disclaimer, I just hope you got a little bit of insight into how we want to really take your trading to the next level, especially if we happen to go through a bear market. But most especially, I thank you for attending today, and I look forward to all of you becoming students of mine in the bear market course. Thanks. Hope to see you in class. Bye-bye.